comic book people, issue number 0 from Civil War II from Marvel Comics just came out. This was written by Brian Michael Bendis and it was illustrated by Oliver Copiel, which I'm probably totally butchering that name. This is the comic book universe, so it has nothing to do with the Captain America Civil War that's in theaters. This is somewhat of a second Civil War taking place in the Marvel universe, but this time it's going to be involving the Inhumans very heavily. With a few exceptions here and there, the Inhumans and the mutants stayed out of the Civil War in the previous comic book storyline that took place. Currently in the Marvel Universe, the mutant population has been reduced very drastically. I won't go into the specifics of all of that, but there's a Terrigen mist going around the entire planet and it's activating all dormant Inhumans that are living amongst the human population. And this same mist is making mutants either sick, they're dying, or they're sterilized completely. A lot of people are speculating that Marvel Comics is doing this specifically because mutants can't be shown in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I won't go any further into it than that. We'll just focus on this story though. Number zeros for any storyline generally don't have too much plot and storyline taking place. It's more like it's setting the stage before the major story begins in issue number 1. So more times than not, you don't need a number 0 to understand what's going to be happening, but it does help out a lot. So far, the story hasn't explained where the Civil War aspect is going to be coming into this. The Inhumans will be playing a major role in this, as will Captain Marvel. At this point in the Marvel Universe, Inhumans have been accepted much more than mutants ever have been accepted, but that may change with what's going to be coming down the line. Jennifer Walters, also known as She-Hulk, and James Rhodes, also known as War Machine, look like they're also going to be playing a major role, at least what they've shown in this first issue. Even though there wasn't a lot of story development in this first issue, we do get the Terrigen mist being expected in certain parts of the world where people are just waiting for it to come in and see whether or not they're an Inhuman that's been dormant this entire time. And even though there is very little backstory that's put in there, it does really pull you in where you want to find out where this is going to be leading. Brian Michael Bendis is an excellent writer. I'm really curious as to how he's going to be penning this entire story. And the artwork and detail put into this is incredible. I mean, I'm really impressed. That's why I'm so excited to find out what's going to happen in issue number 1. So how all the characters are going to be mixed together and how this is going to be working out with the Marvel Universe as a whole, right now I have no idea. There's been promised huge epic battles, which right now we don't know whether or not it's going to be between the Inhumans, whether or not it's going to be between the superheroes and the Inhumans, or whether or not the Inhumans are going to be divided amongst themselves and take different sides between the superheroes. Like all epic crossover events that take place in any of the mainstream comic book universes, there's going to be a lot of side stories taking place as well. Captain Marvel, finding that she works for S.H.I.E.L.D. and she's also one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, who's protecting Earth from all of these cosmic threats, and she's starting to begin to doubt herself and realize that the pressure is pretty great. While She-Hulk is setting the stage for her own moral values as being a defense attorney for a former villain. James Rhodes is being offered a high position in the government by the president, so this is already going to show his affiliations and where he's going to be leading towards in his own moral background. There's a new Inhuman introduced as well. His name is Ulysses. He has premonitions of the future, one of which is he sees that Thanos is coming to Earth. Future covers have already been released showing that Iron Man and Captain Marvel are going to be the two that are at odds with each other, which that should be pretty darn cool, seeing how they're going to be having different ideologies as opposed to what was previously done with Iron Man being against Captain America. But anyways, very good first issue, really impressed with it. I can't wait to find out how this is all going to be played out. But anyways, that's it for now. I think I babbled enough about all this stuff. Check out my Patreon site when you get a chance, my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. You know, it'd be a really cool Civil War story. It would be more like a secret Civil War if all the villains unionized themselves and they all got together and they chose opposing sides. Like, say, Dr. Doom was on one side and then the Red Skull was on another side, and then they all chose which sides they were going to be on, and everything would be a secret from the heroes and the rest of the world because they wouldn't know what's going on. But the world would still be in trouble because whoever wins, the world loses. I don't know, it's just something in the back of my head I was thinking that could be another Civil War sometime down the line that they could do.